Hello everyone, welcome to the stream and welcome to another day in Azeroth. Thank you all very much for joining me today. Hope everyone is doing fantastic on this Sunday. Tanita, Lael, Michael Murphy, Preston, Wayne, Dragonsbane, Karen, Carrie, Tawin, Dante, Mike, Geo. Welcome everyone. Alright. Let's do some housekeeping. I don't know if I'm going to hold on to these clams anymore. The clams are kind of filling up my inventory, and I think I'm just going to sell them for now. We can always farm more of them up if we really need to. Not a big deal. So that looks better. I was gifted some grilled squid. This is buff food that gives us 10 agility for 10 minutes. So it's a little bit of a shorter duration than some other buff foods, but it gives agility, and agility is awesome. So I'm going to try to keep that going as much as I possibly can with my attention span. And we'll see how that goes. I think I'm probably going to grind level 43 on these Naga south of here. And then once we hit level 43... then I think I'll be ready to move into the high wilderness. We can go after the Yeti, and we can go after the ogres. And then at some point later today, I hope we can do another Uldaman run, where I can actually hit the mobs. I would definitely be down for that at some point. Harp, that's an impossible question for me to answer for you, buddy. You can start playing retail WoW whenever and if ever you want. And you can put as much time into the game or as little time into the game as you want. There is no requisite number of time that a person has to put into an activity they love. If you end up really liking the game, then the amount of time you put in doesn't matter as long as you're having a good time. Just, yeah, you could play for 3 hours a week, and if that's the time you have and you're enjoying your time, then what is it to say that that's not enough time? What is enough time? What are we comparing to? When it comes to trying to enjoy stuff, it's better to enjoy stuff at your own rate without comparing your activity to someone else's activity. You know, don't look at somebody who plays 20 hours a week and think, oh, I can only play this game and enjoy it if I play 20 hours a week or 30 hours a week or 50. That's not how enjoyment works. If you're enjoying an activity, you'll enjoy doing a little bit of it, or you'll enjoy doing a lot of it. And if you don't enjoy doing a little of it, you're probably not going to enjoy doing a lot of it either. I hope that makes sense. So the TBC anniversary realms were fresh start classic era realms that they started up back in 2024. I think it was November of 2024 they opened up these anniversary realms. And it was just a fresh start in classic era that's going to go into TBC. So the most important thing to know about the anniversary realms is that these are the realms that are going to move into the Burning Crusade. It's just think of them as progression servers that started back over with vanilla. And that's what the anniversary servers are. They're just fresh-ish progression servers that they're going to take into TBC, and possibly they might take them into Wrath of the Lich King, but we don't know yet. And that's basically it. You're not going to get a hardcore TBC though. There are hardcore anniversary servers, like official hardcore anniversary servers, but those are not going to move into TBC. Only the PvE and PvP anniversary realms will move. The hardcore realms will remain as classic era. No TBC hardcore. Our favorite new grind spot's looking rather empty today. I mean, I don't see a lot of mobs, but I'm not really seeing a lot of players either. Where should you quest at level 53? Geo, that's a really good question. 53, 50s, that's the area when it starts to get rough. At 53, you could be doing Ungoro Crater. At 53, you could be doing Fellwood. I would say Ungoro Crater, Fellwood, and maybe like the later quest in Tannerus. There might be some higher level 40s quest still to do in Tannerus, but you're getting to the point of the game where it's like, you just got to get yourself into Fellwood and then Winterspring. Then you'll have Eastern and Western Plaguelands. Once you get to like level 54 or 55, you have a lot of stuff you can do. You can go to Winterspring, Eastern Plaguelands, Western Plaguelands. A little bit beyond that, you can start going into Silithus. You just got to get like 2 more levels out of Ungoro. Yeah, basically Ungoro Crater is your best bet. Ungoro Crater and Southern Fellwood. There might be quests in some other places, like you might want to check out like the Searing Gorge. Searing Gorge will have some level 50s quests. Blasted Lands might have some, but at the point you're at, like the quests are going to be few and far between. Like there will be a handful that you can do in Searing Gorge, a handful that you can do in Blasted Lands, but they're going to be kind of like spread out. The only big questing areas, Ungoro Crater is like your biggest questing area in that level range, and then Fellwood's good. Vale, welcome to the stream, man. Thanks for joining us. It's going well. Ashley, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us today. I'm working overtime for the pre-patch deadline. Oh man, overtime only happens if I start doing evening streams. So my kid's going back to school tomorrow. We've been on winter break for 18 days, so my daytime streams are going to be pushed back a couple hours. Instead of starting at noon my time, I'm going to be starting around 10 o'clock my time. And because everything gets pushed back. But then if I really need to get some more hours in, I'm going to have to play in the evenings. Which I know, like, a lot of the people in the EU, you will be asleep most likely during any evening streams. But if I'm even gonna hit 58 before pre-patch, then yeah, I might need to work overtime. And overtime means evening time streams for me, which we've never really done a lot of before. The only time I usually stream in the evening is on a release night. So that'll be a different vibe. I'll probably be really sleepy by that point in the day. Chaos, welcome to the stream. We have a druid here. At least one druid. This is why we're having problems finding mobs. I would love to use this area to get to 43. If we have to, we can go south to Murder Island. And we can see if maybe the cave is full of Naga. Although this area is much more chill and scenic. Marie, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us today. Today has been a great day so far. Leo, where are we at? We are in Feralis. We are in Feralis on the island with Feathermoon Stronghold. Which, it turns out, is a pretty good grinding spot. It's much better than trying to grind in Stranglethorn. Which at times was simply getting frustrating. Alright, I think I'm gonna re-up my poisons here. And then see, I've already let the buff food roll off and I didn't notice. The buff food's only 10 minutes. So that's gonna be kind of hard for me to track. I wonder, like, you know, like for me, having my buffs somewhere down here would work much better. If my buffs were all down here, then, like, when stuff rolled off, I would notice it right away. But it's up here, and it's way in the corner of my peripheral vision. And, like, while I'm playing the game, I'm mostly using my central vision. I'm not often using my peripheral vision unless we've come to a complete stop. And so, but if this were down here, it would be closer to my central field of vision, and I would always see things disappear. I wonder, well, there was an add-on called, like, Move Anywhere, or Move Anything. And I wonder if that would let me do what I want. If I could remember the name of it. Move Any. Edit window, Windows and UI. Yeah, maybe something like this. That wasn't the one I had before. I'm gonna grab that add-on and see what it lets me do. Aren't we supposed to be getting edit mode with TBC? I thought, is that what they're doing? They're giving us the edit mode from retail? That would let me do what I want to do for sure. So if I can't do it now, then I should be able to do it in TBC pre-patch. I don't even see it. Add-ons. Move any. Okay, well then how would I use this? Usually it would just show up here. You know what, maybe it's a button. It's not a button. Okay, well that does not seem like it's going to do what I want it to do. It doesn't seem like it does anything. I wish I could remember the one that I used to use. Oh well, let's carry on. I'll wait for the pre-patch. And then with edit mode I should be able to drag this down to the bottom. slash move. Let's try that. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Well, this is something. Let's see. I need buffs. Oh. Oh, if oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This is good. They could even go like right here. What do we think about that? I think that's pretty good. Oh yeah. So like, I feel like that's going to be much more noticeable, and if that's not noticeable, I'll move them up top. Like if I still keep forgetting them out down here, if I don't notice it, we'll move them right up here, and then for sure I'll notice it. But I think that looks okay. I think with the in-game edit mode, we'll make it look better, but I feel like that's fine for right now. Will, thanks for that command. I appreciate that. The real test will be this. Let's eat our buff food. And let's see if I notice when the buff food falls off in 10 minutes. That'll be our test whether this placement is working or whether we need to bump it up to the top of the character frame. Because ideally... Oh, this is not the... If you eat for 10 seconds, you'll gain... I didn't gain the buff. That's so weird. We didn't gain a food buff. It says, if you eat for 10 seconds, will also increase your agility by 10. But it's not displaying. I wonder if it doesn't stack with the greater agility potion? It's the hand icon. Oh, I was looking for the cheese icon. Thank you. Yeah, I never would have noticed that. It's the hand icon. That's so weird. Okay. You can tell I've never had any buff food that wasn't just stamina, spirit, and classic era. Okay, we're good. Whew. Okay. I'm gonna drink some more coffee. So you think we could do a cheese buff and the agility buff? Oh, that'd be cool. I don't have any other buff food though. I wish if I had any other buff food we could test it. But I'm not. It would be cool though, if it did stack, that'd be awesome. Gerald, good evening to you. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. You often wonder why Blizz never made a Naga faction. I feel like they probably have avoided those like weirder body types because you don't have to worry about how armor fits them. You know, like you'd have to be like, how does a pair of legs, what does that look like on a Naga? Then you have to make completely different animations for every single piece of equipable gear in the game. Like when you're dealing with a strange like body type, I feel like it's, you know, nowadays it's probably easier. Which is why you will likely see playable Naga in Modern WoW very soon. So now it's probably easier, but for the longest time it was probably really difficult to conceive of like what would a pair of pants or even a pair of boots, what's a boot slot look like on a snake person? Does it cover the tip of their tail? How do we skin that on there? You know, like there's all these design questions. Or like the Drakthir. And this is what they'll do with modern Naga, is with the Drakthir, like they only equip certain pieces of gear, and then you make the rest of the character model by putting like specialty looks on it. And they don't wear pants, they don't wear boots. You equip them, but they don't. So you know, you have to kind of take into account some of the design challenges of a race like Naga. I think they will have Naga soon in Modern WoW. Because I think story-wise, Ajara is bound to play a big role. If not in Midnight, then maybe in Last Titan. You gave Hiccup a bath. Did he do his business? Hiccup is our dragon. We have a dragon pet. It's the best animal that we have. The most well-behaved. He's a bearded dragon. He did his business. Perfect. For some reason, like, our bearded dragon's gotten to a point where he really only wants to do his business after he takes a nice warm bath. Like he'll scratch at the cage when he needs to do his business, and that's the sign that he needs to have a nice warm bath. But he's a good boy. Am I gonna level my lockpicking? I will eventually, I'm sure. Right now, my main priority is simply getting this character ready to walk through the Dark Portal. Like I'd like to get them to 58 by pre-patch. And pre-patch is only, it's like 9 or 10 days away depending on how you count. So I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time, and if I stop right now to work on things like leatherworking and the lockpicking, then I'm just going to be even further behind. I'm feeling a little bit of time pressure. Typically I'll just play at my own pace still, but I am feeling a little bit of time pressure. I kind of forgot what a slog it becomes. Basically, all the way from 40 to 60, just everything takes longer. Every level's longer. Do we know when the Dark Portal opens? Nope, not yet. Everybody thinks it's going to be on February 10. That's because February 10 is 4 weeks of pre-patch. So it could be February 10. I doubt it will be much later than that. I can't see them doing a 5-week pre-patch. Because the longest I've known pre-patches to have been 4 weeks. And then the shortest one we've ever had was 2 weeks, and that sucked. So it probably will be February 10. Do I plan on doing RFD for the sword quest? I don't think so. I think I have swords upcoming. I have a sword in waiting. Weapons in waiting that are better than what I'm going to get out of RFD. I gotta get to level 44. Pretty sure at level 44 is what level the sword is equipable. I am going to do Uldaman, just for funsies. And for kill XP. That is going to happen hopefully sometime later today. Risen from the dead, good evening, buddy. Welcome to the stream, and thanks for joining us. Yeah, we're still here punishing these Naga. Absolutely. We're going to hit level 43 here, and then we're going to go inland and do some of the other stuff in the high wilderness area. Fight some ogres. Fight some Yeti. I just want to ding 43 on these guys. Frosty Gaming, good afternoon to you, and welcome to the stream. I feel like they disarm me for a lot longer of a duration than I disarm them. Like, their disarm seems to be about double the duration that mine is. I don't think that's very fair. It's because my arms are shorter? Wow. That's, I think that's racist. Mm-hmm. It's heightism, yeah. At least we're not a gnome. Yeah, exactly. At least we're not a gnome rogue. I don't think I would have really gotten into, like, the fantasy of a gnome rogue. I think if I were to ever be able to play a gnome at all, and I don't know if I could ever play a gnome, well, I think they'd have to be a mage or a warlock. I think that's the only gnome fantasy that my brain would ever accept. Unless there was a tinker class. If there was a tinker class, then they could be a tinker or like a machinist or something. But other than that, I could probably play one if it were a mage or a warlock. If I had to, like if I lost a bet, and the consequence was that I had to level a gnome, it'd be a mage or warlock. Hashtag gnome lives matter. No, they only have 3 fingers. You don't even have the requisite number of fingers to be a human. You're some kind of weird 3-fingered creature. Like, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of gnomes. Well, there we go. It's level 43. Alright, let's go back to town. Let's vendor everything. And then we'll swim across the divide here. We'll head into the high wilderness. In the entire time that Classic has been out, I only remember playing 2 different gnomes. One of them was a gnome warlock, which is like one of the first like handful of characters I leveled in Classic. And one of them was a gnome warrior in hardcore. In the hardcore gnome warrior, I actually liked. There was something about like the oxymoron of being the smallest, frailest race, but also being the tank. And like the heavy weapon wield that I kind of enjoyed. I did enjoy my hardcore gnome warrior. But other than that, the only other one I played was a warlock. So I put like 0 hours onto gnomes. And therefore I've never met a gnome that I've liked.
Feel free to browse. A shop and
Alright, let's pop all these. Just gonna sell these for now.
may the stars guide you.
How do the rogues hold their daggers? With 3 fingers? I wouldn't be worried about how they hold their daggers. What concerns me with only having 3 chubby fingers, how do you do like engineering? How do you do like all the gnome craft stuff, like the tinkering, the building, the engineering? Because like that's all very much precision work. And for precision work, you need some of these. You need some narrow, nimble, multi-jointed fingers, preferably 5 and a thumb, you know, with a thumb. So what concerns me is like, how do they do all their tinkering? How do they do all their engineering? Why is their technology so good when they should be very bad at that kind of close work? Like they shouldn't be able to work on like circuit boards or like complex intricate machinery because they simply wouldn't have the finger dexterity to do it. So to me, the fact that they have 3 chubby fingers is a big flaw like in the lore. It's a big flaw in the lore. Doesn't make sense. Did I make it to 35 with that warrior? No, I died at level 19 to the Murlocs on the coast of Westfall. I pulled too many Murlocs. I tried to run, but they froze me in place. And we died at level 19 to the Murlocs in Westfall. I typically can remember how my hardcore characters die. You know, it's that moment of death that's kind of ingrained in you. They hire goblins for extra fingers? Yeah, maybe. Now I don't really know. I think goblins have the same amount of fingers as the gnomes. I think they're both 3-fingered little rigs. The trolls only have 3 fingers too. Yeah, the trolls, that's what I expect out of a troll. A troll can't even wear boots properly. Because they've just got 2 massive toes. And apparently no cobbler on Azeroth has yet to think of like the extra wide, double E wide boot For some reason, they just can't make a wide boot to shove a troll foot into yet. And that's okay. So it's okay for the trolls to be all weird, because the trolls are like so weird already. And you know, they're not renowned for their engineering works. Alright, so the Yeti, it's a level 46 quest, but the Yeti are here are level 43, so I think we can do this no problem. We could do it even better if we had all of our poisons up. Buff food's about to run out. Okay, let's do the buff food and then we'll re-poison. Donatello from Ninja Turtles, another gaping plot hole. Yeah. It looks like somebody's already doing the robot chicken quest. So we won't be doing that this time, unless we're here grinding and maybe he respawns while we're grinding. Then we could try it, although I think you get attacked by a pretty sizable group at one point, and I wonder if we could even solo that group. I don't know if we can solo it. The quest happens here for that chicken quest, but the turn-in's in Booty Bay. Oh, that's okay. We actually still have our Hearthstone bound in Booty Bay for when I want to get back to the Eastern Kingdoms quickly. So we will be... It would be nice to do it, because we will be visiting Booty Bay like whenever we want to get back to Eastern Kingdoms. Alright, into the Yeti hole we go. See, if you have skinning, you can actually skin them for a second chance at the item for the quest. Which I think is really cool. Correction, there were tons of Yeti in the caves. But apparently somebody came through here and has killed all of them. Yeah, like, we're gonna finish the quest just by skinning these guys. We have 7 out of 10 already. Would I say 2 swords or daggers is better for rogues while leveling? I don't know that it matters too much, because you can do combat daggers. If you... what did I do? If you want to do combat daggers, you can do that. And that's okay. I think the important thing is going into the combat tree. Like, you want to go into combat. Combat gives you some really powerful things like riposte. Riposte is really, really strong for leveling solo. And yeah, I think you can just go... Can you go into daggers here? Yeah, you can go into dagger spec. So, like, I went into sword spec, but if you wanted to rock daggers as a combat rogue, you can do that. Just put your points into dagger spec when the time comes. You can actually get into dagger spec earlier than you can get into sword spec. I feel like the other good thing about swords, though, is that there are a lot of sword drops. And swords, I feel like good swords are easier to come by than good daggers. Maybe that's just confirmation bias. I don't know. Oh, some of these Yeti back in the cave are level 46. I don't know if I really need to fight a level 46. I'm definitely not going to grind on the level 46. The cool thing about daggers is you can open up with some very powerful attacks that as a sword rogue you really can't. Like, you can get a big old backstab or ambush or something off from behind, because those abilities require you to have a dagger in your main hand. So, like, what I do is I just go in and I cheap shot, because cheap shot is one of the few things I can do with swords out of stealth. Best professions, everybody's got their own opinions on that. I would say you can never go wrong with alchemy herbalism to make your own pots and elixirs. Leatherworking doesn't seem to have a lot of benefits, especially while leveling up. There's a couple of things you can do at endgame with leatherworking to make money, but you know, I really wouldn't be able to recommend leatherworking skinning, because it just doesn't seem like it's gonna have a big payoff. Something like alchemy is going to have a payoff in the sense that eventually you'll be able to sell flasks, elixirs, potions on the auction house at endgame to raiders. And raiders are always going to be there to buy things like that at a premium. So, yeah, I would recommend, like, if you're starting up herbalism, alchemy is probably the way to go. Both for the character that you're playing to help the character out, and also to make money at endgame. If I could roll the professions on this character over again, I would have gone herbalism alchemy. Because that would have been something that would have really helped me out with raiding on this character. Alright, the chicken's back, guys. The chicken's back. I think we're gonna do chicken. Tonight, robot chicken is on the menu. And we'll just see if we can do it. We could get absolutely clobbered by a series of enemies that I simply can't overcome. It's gonna be hard. It's hard to say. I don't remember what this quest is like, or if I've even ever successfully done it. What's not gonna help is like this situation right here. This is not gonna help us. I hope the robot stops. Okay, good, good, good. I was gonna say, if he keeps running, we are in trouble. But he did stop, so. Yeah, I'm already worried about this. I'm already worried about this. Is it too late to switch professions? Oh, it's never too late, but I'd have to go around and collect a lot of herbs. You know what I mean? The alchemy, I could just eventually spend gold, and I could just level up the alchemy with gold if I wanted to, but I'm gonna have to pick herbs to level up herbalism if I want to do that. So, you know, it's never too late, but if it's something that I do, it's gonna have to be something we do after we hit level 58. Poison buffs are out. No, poison buffs are okay. We're good. I rearranged my UI a bit, so my buffs, my buffs are down here at the bottom. Oh Jesus! Oh, well, we can't take this. There's no way. I don't have any of my cooldowns up. What a bummer. Yeah, this is not a solo type of quest. Not a solo type. I'm probably gonna have to vanish out of this, but I'm gonna try to fight it out. You know, I got potions and stuff. I just don't have any good cooldowns. Oh, they're all level 46. I'm so dead. I don't know why I'm not dead yet. Like, why am I even still alive? Alright, we can pop this. One of them is hitting the chicken. Yeah, this guy is hitting the chicken. He's gonna kill the chicken. Come on, hit me. No, leave the chicken alone. Oh my god, don't kill the chicken. Guys, the chicken's toast. It was fun while it lasted, but I think we're just gonna have to take the L on that one. We're just gonna have to take the L. Big L. CK, welcome to the stream, buddy. Thanks for joining us today. Well, it's safe to say that there's at least one other player working in this area. Everything else in this spot has been killed. There we go. We got maybe respawns might be coming back in. I like how they laugh every time we cheap shot them. You know, we engage them with cheap shot and they laugh and then they're like unconscious. Like, what exactly about this do you think is so funny? Yeah, you will typically see a green effect when the poisons get applied, yeah. Although I feel like it's very easy to not see it too. Amy, you got a new song from Skilla after you've killed her how many times? I feel like you had to have killed her like at least 30 times. And she got a new song just now? That's deep. That's deep content. They hid that content there for the person willing to do, you know, 30, 40, 50 plus runs. That's really cool. That's why Hades is the best game ever. And definitely should have been Game of the Year. I wonder if we can get the Hades 2 soundtrack on vinyl. I would love to have the Hades 2 soundtrack on vinyl. I think that'd be awesome. Was Warcraft Game of the Year? I don't think Warcraft has been in the running for Game of the Year in like a decade. Maybe MMO of the Year. I don't know. Well, wasn't Game of the Year Expedition 33? I don't know. There might be different Game of the Years depending on genre. WoW is still the #1 streamed game? Maybe, I don't know. I don't spend any time on Twitch, so I have no idea. I'm sure it's up there. Especially if you just condense all the versions of World of Warcraft into the category of Warcraft. And like, if you're talking about classic and retail and hardcore, then yeah, it's probably way up there. Absolutely. The hardcore death videos are the best. Oh god, so awful. I prefer the hardcore videos where like they almost die. It's like they should have died, but they didn't die. I like that because I've had a few of those moments myself, and I prefer those. I don't really like the death reels make me feel icky. But the near death reels, like the ones where like they almost died, they should have died, but somehow they managed to get away. That's better content in my opinion. Yeah, they do combine it, yeah. Makes sense. It looks like we hit a player pinch point. You know, the real pinch point is going to be when we go after the shaman for this quest. The shaman are always notoriously hard to find. I'm also just kind of grinding on whatever I can. Some of these guys we don't necessarily need to be killing, but since I can disarm these guys pretty consistently, it's another pretty good grind spot for whatever we can fight. Yeah, the level 46 guys we don't need, and I'm just going to avoid them. We found a marsh ring of the monkey. Of the monkey stuff sells pretty decently. How does this compare to what we have? We have the attack power ring that I don't want to give up. We bought this exact ring off the auction house at some point. So we could probably sell it for like 2 or 3 gold. So we'll try to hang on to it. And here we meet all of the players that are waiting for shaman to spawn in. I really don't want to let them shrink us. They have that shrink ability. I just find it very visually annoying when they shrink us down. I think we actually end up shorter than a gnome would be, which is terrifying. Alright, we're out of bandages. I don't know if I should bother making the heavy ones yet. I think I just need more of the regular ones. Because they're still good for us, and I don't have a lot of mage weave. So yeah, we're just going to make the 10 regular ones. CNET, welcome to the stream, buddy. Hope you are doing well today. I was thinking about some Uldaman in a little while here. After I finish some stuff up here in the High Wilderness. We are level 43 now, and now I should be able to hit stuff. Right on. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this quest, and then I'm gonna hearth back. My hearth is set in Stranglethorn. So, yeah, I'll probably be a little bit... I gotta find all these shaman. Once we find 8 shaman, I'll be good to go turn these in and hearth out. Now, how long will it take me to find 8 shaman? I don't know. Could be any amount of time. I don't even think I've seen a shaman yet. I see some bodies. We got respawns coming in, it seems like. No, we just have a crossbow with no stats. I haven't trained bows yet. I haven't been out to Darnassus in like 50 hours. So we can do crossbows, we can do guns, but we can't equip bows. So we're holding out for a gun to drop with stats on it. I'd be happy with just a gun with some extra stamina on it. Like straight stamina, stam spirit. Just for some extra health pool would be nice. Could probably find one on the auction house. These level 46 guys are absolutely wailing on me. Like, Jesus. Okay, avoid the level 46 guys, I guess. I mean, I disarmed him several times and he still wailed on me. No, we haven't trained bows. We haven't been to Darnassus in so long. And I don't know when I'll send myself there. Someday. That was close. I don't know how we got this tag. We got really lucky. That dude should have opened up with a flame blast. I think he tried to open up with a frost nova and like it must have missed because I somehow got the tag. All right, that's one shaman. 7 more to go. CK, if you want to send Mage Weave Cloth my way, I wouldn't complain. I would definitely use it, and I'd appreciate it. a group will help with this. Like at this point, we've killed a bunch of these guys on our own. I'm definitely willing to join a group if it means finding these shaman that we need. And this might be the only way we get it done, is if we just group up with these guys. So we are at 2 out of 8. We need one more brute. We can find brutes to the north easily enough. And we'll do that as we leave the area. Whoops, I pulled a warlock and a mage. Didn't really want to do that. Well, there's a shaman over here. I am going to try to grab him. Hopefully we leash these other guys. That's far enough to leash them. Yeah, they're leashed. Alright, we need to go north. We need one more brute, and then we can head back to Feathermoon Stronghold. And after that, we'll be hearthing out of here and thinking about getting Uldaman going. Dustin, good afternoon, buddy. Welcome to the stream. And at some point before we do the run, I am going to have to refill my coffee. I think we might have accidentally dropped all of our aggro onto this poor paladin. I am so sorry, but I really didn't want to die, so... He got away, he's okay. We didn't get him killed, so that's good. Oh, you know what might be really smart? Let's actually run to the east and grab this other flight point, and then we'll take that flight point back to Feathermoon Stronghold, because yeah, right now we don't have that flight point. And it kind of makes flying around Kalimdor take a lot more time when you don't have that connecting flight point. Exponent Poet, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us today. We do have to make sure that we don't run right through Camp Mohashe. What brand of coffee do I drink? We don't drink just one brand. We have lots of different coffee going on. A lot of times whatever's on sale. You know, we're not very picky, but we like to try different stuff. Mithril blunderbuss? I mean, that'd be awesome. We can certainly equip guns, so that would work perfectly. I don't have any bullets, but if I want it to be a stat stick, I don't really need to be able to shoot it. If it has stats on it, I'll take one. Yeah, any kind of stats. Like right now I have a white crossbow that I bought off a vendor. So anything with a single stat would be an improvement. I keep forgetting that in Classic Era, the water will dismount you. When does that change? When does the water stop dismounting you? I don't think it's TBC. Maybe it's Wrath? At some point the water stops dismounting you. It's before Kata, I think. I think it is Lich King. Ooh, we aggroed some guards. Oh god. Not like this. We got away. Rambles brand coffee when? When I win the Mega Millions, yeah. When I win the lottery and I have a gazillion dollars, then I'll get you guys some Rambles brand coffee. I'll become really snobbish about it, and I'll like make sure I taste it as they blend it, and I'll offer like meaningless critique about how it should be different, and then I'll brand it, and then I'll sell it. But only after I already have a gazillion dollars. I think there's like a 95% chance that the anniversary servers do go into Wrath. Absolutely. And then, like, you know, with any luck, that's as far as they go. With any luck. But I think they will at least go that far. CNET, you're getting some presents for me. Ooh, I like presents. It's very thoughtful of you.
I am listening.
Alright, there we go. Now that's gonna make traveling so much easier. Alright, back to Feathermoon Stronghold.
Farewell.
We'll turn these in, and then we'll hearth back to Stranglethorn. And then I guess we gotta go to Stormwind, jump the tram, fly to Lochmodan, and run to the Badlands. That sounds like 15 minutes of traveling, give or take. At some point in all of that, I am going to refill my coffee. And then we can do our Uldaman run. Should go much better than last time. Oh my god, we have an unspent talent point. That's not like me at all. We were going into Malice. Just slowly increasing that critical strike chance. Is Dragon's Bane too high of a level? Yeah, that's okay. That's a bummer, but it happens. You gotta take advantage of the time you have to level as much as you can. Unless you want to end up like me and, you know, not be level 58 by the time the pre-patch comes out. Maybe we'll get some interesting characters as pugs.
Good day to you. See you later. See you around. Have a good one.
Alright, with that stuff turned in, let's hearth back to Booty Bay. And then we'll be off to Stormwind. There's a ton of people in LFG. That's awesome. Karen, have a good rest of your evening. And take care, we'll see you next time. Alright, I'm not going to pick up any quest. I think I'm gonna try to quickly refill my coffee on the flight from here to Stormwind. So after that, we're gonna have to catch a tram, and then it's only gonna be a short ride over into Loch Modan from Ironforge. So I think this is probably my opportunity. 3 minutes. Yeah, that's enough time to eat a boiled egg and refill my coffee. I'll be right back.
Off with you.
Alright. It's pretty well timed. How long does Uldaman take, assuming it's a smooth run? 30 minutes? Maybe 40? It depends on if you clear the whole place or you just take a direct route to the last boss, I think. I will stop, Cena. Are you chasing me? Sorry, buddy. What do we got? Ooh. Have you seen my gear though? My gear is... Oh, this is better. Because my gear was okay. Very nice. Awesome. It's very kind of you. Level 44. Okay. And then the sword is level 44. Very cool. Thanks, man. That's amazing. Let's see. Shoulder pads of the monkey. Alright. This one is the same stats. So I'm gonna hold on to that. We'll do that. $44. Stamina strength. Okay. I'm gonna keep the agility stamina. And that's just a slight upgrade. There we go. And then the sword is not till level 44. Alright, let's get a move on. Wow, look at that. That sword looks really, really, really awesome. A phantom blade. It's sheathed on the back. That's awesome. You wear it on your back. That's really cool. So I'll have one sword at my hip and one sword on my back. That's a cool look. Angie, welcome to the stream. I am doing fantastic. Thanks for joining us today. We've got a pretty cohesive and pretty cool look going on. We kind of match. Although we almost look more like a horde side rogue. These shoulder pads are very, very horde side. It's an interesting look for us. We've been waiting a long time to replace the Butcher. Yeah. It's crazy. The Butcher's a level 26 sword that you can use until you're level 44. It's so nuts. And then we could probably wear the level 44 sword until we get through the Dark Portal if we have to. We have a replacement for that one already lined up. Oh, okay. That one then should probably be the last sword that we need before the Dark Portal. And then we'll just replace that sword with like a green. And that'll feel good in a way and bad in another way. Do I plan to swap to chain armor? In classic, rogues can only wear leather. I don't know if they change that at any point later, but we only have access to leather gear. Unlike the shaman who, you know, at level 40 shaman go from leather to chain. Druids and rogues just stick with leather. Hunters also go from leather to chain at 40. With the amount of time it's taking us to get out there, I'm really surprised that no one has left the group yet. Actually shocked. I might want to use a vendor here. I'm noticing that my inventory is quite full. So let's do that really fast.
How are you? See you soon.
Well, Dragon's Bane, think about it this way. In a few weeks, you know, like maybe like 5 or 6 weeks, we'll all be farming heroics. We will all be doing heroics. We'll all be at level cap. It'll be good times. Oh god. Oh, the priest is all the way over in Theramore. Ouch. I'll probably fight these guys. They drop the power cores that we need. Am I Japanese? Yes, obviously. Mm-hmm. Obviously. I guess I could get my poisons back up. We only have one more agility pot, so I'm going to hold on to that until we're all in the run. Yeah, we've got a pretty cool look going on, for sure. Why do I have a quest turning over here? What is that about? Might have to investigate whatever that is. It took you too long to figure out that Alucard is Dracula backwards. That's okay. It's such a cool name in its own right that you don't really think about it if you don't think about it. Especially like if you didn't play a lot of Castlevania as a kid, then there's no reason you would know. The only reason I know is from Castlevania games. Oh, here we go. We do have a quest turn in here. Find the amulet. Okay. Cool. We are apparently looking for an amulet. I'm just gonna keep killing stuff until everyone gets here. Just for something to do. And I guess I could also complete this quest eventually. That'd be alright. Gotta keep the XP coming in. It's not a lot, but it's better than nothing. Son of a biscuit. Tricky trogs. That was really smart of them. Kudos to them. Steven, good afternoon, buddy. Welcome to the stream. What add-on are we using for the buffs? Move Anywhere? Move Any? I think it's called Move Anywhere. Valerie, welcome to the stream, and thank you so much for the 15 months of support. I really appreciate that. Thanks for being here today. Let's see. Move Any. That's what we're using. That's how I got my buffs and debuffs down here. feel like everyone has to be pretty close by now. Let's see, priest is in Uldaman, the mage is here, and the hunter is in Loch Modan. So, yeah, they're all sort of close. Oh, then maybe the mage is inside. Okay, they're inside. Okay, let's go. Alright, I'm gonna do the buff food. I will pop the agility potion. The mage says, come back, I'm scared. Okay, so the mage is not here yet. Maybe the mage is trying to get to the instance portal. Yeah, he's probably struggling to get to the portal. You could just run and you can like leash everything inevitably, but I guess for a mage that could be iffy. Did he find us? Okay, he found us. It's a predominantly dwarf run. 3 dwarfs, 2 humans. This obviously feels much better at level 43 than it did at level 40. So far, so good.
None may steal the secrets of the makers.
Alright, we popped the boss. Feel like we could have waited another split second on that. We got somebody's rushing. It's got to be the hunter, because the mage is complaining about not having mana, and I've seen the hunter send his pet in to pull already a couple times, so it's got to be the hunter doing it. A typical hunter, you know, just a typical hunter doing hunter things. You wonder what they were thinking when they designed her sound effect. I'm not sure. I don't know how much they were thinking. And then they seem to have ran it through some kind of like a synthesizer, obviously, so who knows what it sounded like originally. Primordial, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us today. it's definitely just more enjoyable when I hit stuff. You know, when I'm not missing every single swing, when I can actually show up on the meters, then I have a better time than when I'm too low of a level, just being dragged along for the ride, so to speak. So yeah, this has been very fun. I feel like my inputs matter a little bit more. Well, there we go. Plate with 11 stam and 10 strength. I think we've already seen these drops. Seen that you grabbed these last time. And nobody else in the group can use them. There we go. That's a gun with a little bit of stats. 4 stamina, 3 spirit. I am gonna equip that. Oh, that guy just pulled the boss and everything. Okay, well that's gonna be interesting. And he dropped a green cloak with 10 stamina and 3 spirits. Alright, let's reapply some poison on our main hand. We're also looting all these guys for the power cores that we need. Cloth boots, 11 stam, 2 int, 4 spirits. Am I looking forward to Midnight? Not really. I might skip Midnight. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to play Midnight or not. I may play it. I may skip it. I'm not sure. We'll see. But I'm not really excited for it. I haven't been excited about the modern WoW story direction in a long time, so no big surprise. Much more excited for TBC.
Me, Gridlock, king!
It's just the internet. I don't mind it, because while they're doing that and I'm banning all them, they're giving me metrics. And numbers are good. Do bots attack here often? Not often, but every once in a while they do. This is the most fun it's ever been, yeah. It is what it is. I'm pretty quick with the ban. The trick is I don't even read it, you know. I don't bother reading it. I recognize it for what it is right away. And so I can usually get them pretty quick. It's kind of fun because it's like playing whack-a-mole. You know, the old arcade game whack-a-mole where they pop up and you whack them down. It's kind of like that. It's like whack-a-mole, but with trolls. And so for me, it's fun. It's like, how fast can I whack the mole down? Pretty damn quick, it turns out. Yeah, I can get them pretty quick usually. So, you know, I don't mind. CNET, ooh, that was close, man. 87 HP. I think this healer is sick of us. I think they just do it because they think it's fun, you know. That's probably why they do it. It's because they think it's fun. This has been a quick run. We should turn right around and we should do another run. With or without the same people, if they want to stick. The run goes a little faster when I can actually deal damage. Surprising, I know. Yeah, everybody's looking really even. Everybody's looking really even and really good. That's why we're blowing through here. Angie, have a good rest of your day. Take care. You got stuff to do, CNET? That's okay. I understand. That's fine. What I'll do is I'll just go grind on some stuff in Badlands, and I'll just put myself in the queue. You don't have to do anything. If I want to do another run, I'll just find somewhere to grind nearby, and we'll just queue up and wait for a pug. I don't mind pugging. We don't have it yet. We have it waiting for us for level 44. Yeah, so we will have the Phantom Blades soon. Right now we still got the Butcher in the main hand, and we got the Sword of Serenity in the offhand. Yeah, I was hoping to get 44 today so we can equip it. But we'll see how that goes. We will see how that goes. We're not exactly close. Yeah, what's up with the bone shields? The bone shields must be a proc off of something. I did notice the bone shield. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. I feel like this happened last time. Last time it didn't work out too well. There's lay on hands. We might be okay. Healer is just about but everything is just about dead. You line of sight that guy. Line of sight. There you go. Nice. It would suck to wipe on the last pack. That would be super unfortunate.
Who dares awaken Arcadus? Who dares the wrath of the Makers? Awake, ye servants, defend the discs. To my side, brothers, for the Makers!
There we go. Very nice. He dropped a ring with 8 spirit and 8 strength. CNET, that might be good for you, depending on what rings you got. It's a pretty good ring for a tank. Especially a pally. Very nice. I guess I'm gonna try to run out of here. Because I think I might grind for a bit in the Badlands. Failing that, we could go back to Stranglethorn, but I don't know what we would really do in Stranglethorn right now. Ancient treasure. What's the ancient treasure? Do we already click this? Oh, I just looted all of it. Whoops. I didn't know that's what we were rolling for. I have to plead ignorance. I'm just gonna hearth for now. I didn't know we were rolling for that. Yeah, it's a bad player. I thought there was a different type of chest somewhere. I had no idea what was in that crate. A bunch of greens that I just ninja'd. Alright, what else do we... Oh, we have Zenzel's Secret. We might be able to tackle that. That could be good. CNET, thanks for tanking that run, man. I appreciate your time.
What can I do for you? Be there for the Alliance. I buy and trade.
We can do ZF at 44. Oh, that's awesome. That sounds great. I like ZF.
For the Alliance.
Yeah, there are two pretty nice one-handers. I don't know if they're really ideal for rogues, but they could be. I don't know. It'll depend on what we're wearing when we go in. We're going to have this in our main hand, and I don't know if it's going to get much better than that for now. Alright, I got a bio. I'll be right back, and then we'll go try to do the zombie quest. Do I need to find the reagent vendor? Nah, I'm good for right now. We have, what we really needed then was vanishing powder. Or flash powder. And I have a bunch now, so we should be good. The shady goods dealer in Booty Bay will forever be a mystery to me, and that's alright. Alright, so in this area we're looking for any zombie, but we're also looking for a particular named guy. Although the area looks, you know, completely farmed out in typical Stranglethorn fashion, I don't see any living mobs. Oh, we got a live... Well, nope, I spoke too soon. The named guy usually spawns somewhere back in this area. And I don't see a body right now. Oh, here's the body. So somebody killed him recently. Yeah, if you don't like the crowds, then the best thing, at least let the first day pass. You don't, people always say like, oh, I'll have to wait multiple days. It's not multiple days. Just give it one day. After the opening day, everyone will start to spread out a little bit. A lot of people will push to get into the other areas as soon as they can. And after one day, like, it'll be okay. The only time it's really bad is literally opening night is really bad. And then by the next morning, people have spread out enough that it's fine. But I would say, like, not being there for opening night, you know, like, that would be okay. I'm gonna be there opening night, because I kind of enjoy when the game is nearly unplayable, but people are excited anyway. Yeah, this was probably not a good place to be if I actually wanted to get any more experience today. Probably not a good decision on my part. This quest is always really farmed out. Right now it seems particularly bad. What else could we do? We could go after the fleet captains. Might be able to handle that now. Is there something peaceful about nighttime questing in WoW? Yeah, absolutely. The good thing about Classic is that in the nighttime, it actually gets dark. Like, you can actually tell that it's dark out. And at some point, the game kind of lost that feel. Like, after they revamped everything in Cataclysm, nighttime never really felt dark after that. There's a name guy that spawns back here that we need. And I haven't seen his body, and I haven't seen him, so he's got to be respawning here any second. Yeah, there he is. The hardest part of this might be getting this last named guy. We need Chucky. And he only spawns right over here. Yeah, I was gonna say there's only about 6 people hanging out right by his spawn point. If anybody else tags him, we'll try to invite to group, but we'd have to see him alive first. I haven't seen him alive yet. I've seen his body twice. But, yeah. It seems like the other spot would be a better grind spot for the items we need. Because the guys there seem like they respawn a little faster, so I'd love to get this guy's item and then go back to that other spot. There's a gnome rogue hiding in the bushes back here. Yeah, I think it's 5 minutes. It's at least 3 minutes, but it seems more like 5 or 7 minutes between spawns. It's not great. When the server is this populated, I really wish the name guys would spawn in a lot faster. And I know they can do that because in hardcore for a long time, they had named guys on like a 5-second respawn timer. Somebody would kill the name mob and then he would pop right back up a couple seconds later. So I know they can do that kind of thing. And it would really help out a lot. He spawned out here, and I lost him to these horde players. Oh... Okay, that's a bummer. Don't know if we'll be doing that quest, and I don't know if I want to spend any more time on it today. Maybe I'll just try to get the rest of the mixture. And we will call it at that. Oh, that's a really big bummer that we couldn't kill at least 2 of them. I was hoping the other guy would die of poison damage. I don't know. He didn't. But at least we lived. I guess we can't pull these guys separately, which might make it basically impossible for us to kill them. We pull all 4 of them. It's like you pull one of them, all 4 of them pull. I'm gonna try to sprint away. We killed one. I guess we'll just have to keep doing that. We'll have to keep killing one, running away, killing one, running away, until we clear all of them. Well, there we go. That's 12 out of 12, and somebody pulled these guys. So let's see if we can swoop in here and at least loot everything. There we go. I am happy with that. We have singing blue crystal shards to the north of us. This is another quest that was basically really farmed out, but we can go check and see what the current population there is like. We have 3 out of 10 already. So, not very many. But since we're relatively close, let's go take a look. Yeah, it's a small area, it's a slow respawn rate, and it's a low drop rate. It's like all the ingredients to make for the most miserable type of questing when there's any player population. Small area, slow respawns, low drop rate. That basically means you shouldn't waste your time, in my opinion. It's really hard to justify, you know, like running in circles or standing around trying to get these quests done when kill experience is king. Kill experience is going to be most of your XP. Every moment you're running in circles looking for a respawn is a moment you're not killing something. See, we've managed to kill 3 of these guys, but we've got no items to show for it. I think that's just a good sign that might not be in the cards for us to do this particular quest. That's what it feels like. We'd have to start to get really lucky with drop rates. Oh, that's cool. Some of these guys summon Harvest Reapers that have the HP of a full mob. Well, that's troublesome. Come back when Europe is sleeping. If I start doing some night streams, it might work out that way. Yeah, like if I start doing some streams in my evening time, then I might have better luck. Although Dragon's Bane has told me that even at 3 AM, the servers are really busy because he plays at night from US onto the EU realms, and he tells me at 3 AM it's still really busy. So there might not be any point in time right now when it's not just jam-packed full of players. Every region has their insomniacs, and they're people who just like are on a reverse schedule. Oh, that's right. That's right. Sorry, Dragon. Not the US. From North America. From North America. My bad. Alright, I think we have to take this back to Booty Bay. I don't think I want to work on this quest. Just seems kind of troublesome. The area is also very, like, mountainous, and often hard to see my character at all. There's a weird combination of hills and then like canopy that's blocking my view. Yeah, a lot of people will go back to work tomorrow. Yeah, my schedule is going to be different tomorrow too though, so we'll see how it works out. During the week I'll be streaming 10 o'clock my time until 2 o'clock my time. And then I might also do some evening streams. We'll see. We might just have to find more grind spots like the grind spot we found out in Feralus. That might be easier, and pretty soon we'll be doing a lot of ZF. ZF will get us a handful of levels. We'll have some Tanner stuff we can start doing anytime we want now. Go kill some pirates. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any way that I can get to 58 in the next, like, what do we have, 9 days? We have about 9 days till pre-patch. Doesn't really feel like that's going to be enough time. 9 days. I feel like I'll probably be level 52. Thinking about how long it takes to level up in this level range and how much I play each day, I think by January 13, this character will probably just be hitting like 52 or so. It will be easier in the pre-patch to get those last like 6 levels that we need. So there's that. Wow. That was exactly what I didn't want to do. Stranglethorn Fever, what's this one? Oh, this is summoning Mach the Savage. We need like a full group to do this. Because the final wave of that quest is like 5 gorillas, and one of them may or may not be an elite. But I know it's a big pack at the end. Not something we can solo.
What's up? Glad I could help. Hurry back.
Alright, I am going to get us out of Stranglethorn. We're going to be done here for now. And I am unfortunately out of time for today. So I'm going to put us on a flight. That flight's going to land us in Stormwind. And I think tomorrow, tomorrow we're going to hit 44 for sure. Tomorrow, if we're lucky, we'll get to do our first ZF run. Which means we'll probably start tomorrow by doing some quests out in Tannerus. I'll try to get us out to Tannerus prior to the stream. We can kill some pirates and some Waste Wander guys, and we can see if we can do ZF once we hit 44. So that is the plan. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate all the support. As always, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we'll see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.